Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today's topic is about Generative Pre-trained Transformers GPT. I'm sure most of you have used the Chat GPT. What is Chat GPT? Chat GPT is a chatbot used for answering questions, writing essays, help you in making travel plan. If you have not used Chat GPT yet, then you can download this app from Google Play Store for mobile phones based on Android operating system. And if you are using laptop, then you can download from Microsoft Store for Windows version. There are various implementations of the GPT architecture. First, let us look into what GPT stands for in ChatGPT. GPT is Generative Pre-trained Transformers. It is a feed-forward neural network based on transformer model architecture. Each GPT architecture is tailored for specific purpose like educational chatbot, healthcare chatbot, financial advisor chatbot. How this chat GPT is different from other conversational AI models. Let us look into the difference between the traditional chatbots and chatbots based on ChatGPT. ChatGPT has advanced capabilities to comprehend the text, understand user queries and context. ChatGPT generalizes the text well. ChatGPT based on GPT can handle both text, image data, and audio data. GPT conversations are more engaging and interactive compared to bots built with traditional AI models. ChatGPT is from a company called OpenAI. ChatGPT 4.0 version and above versions support multimodal, meaning it can understand not only text but it can process audio and image data. ChatGPT uses most advanced language model called GPT, which uses transformer architecture with billions of parameters that allow it to learn and generate human-like text. Now let us look into the technology behind the ChatGPT. As we saw in the previous slide, the technology behind this advanced chatbot is generative pre-trained transformers. GPT uses a neural network to generate responses to user queries or user prompts. How GPT works, how data is processed for GPT, which technique is used to find the relationship between the words during chat conversation, which machine learning algorithms are used to train the model, how GPT predicts the model, and how do you ensure the output generated by the GPT model makes sense to the user input. Let us understand the technology behind the Chat GPT that helps us answer all the questions. The first step is processing the data. Split the input data into tokens, that is tokenization, and convert these tokens into numerical representation called vectors. Which technique is used to find the relationship between the words in the chat conversation? A neural network uses transformer technique to process the input, understand the relationship between the words in the query. AI models based on transformer architecture improve speed and scalability by enabling parallel processing of sequence data. Hence, transformer models are used in chat applications. The GPT series contains decoder-only models with feed-forward neural network, embeddings, positional encoding, self-attention mechanism. If you are curious to understand transformer model architecture and the terminology positional encoding self-attention mechanism, then please watch video on deep learning and neural networks. I have shared the link for that video in this video description. Which machine learning algorithm is used to train the GPT model? Some GPTs are based on supervised learning and some are based on self-supervised learning. But most of the GPTs use reinforcement learning with human feedback, that is RLHF, used to train the GPT model like Chat GPT. Reinforcement learning from human feedback trains the model incrementally to align with the human feedback. As reinforcement learning works on reward and penalty, here reward depends on the alignment of the LLM model's response with the user query or prompt intent. If there is a match between LLM's response and user query, then it is a reward, otherwise it's a penalty. In case of penalty, the model has to learn again. How GPT model predicts. A language model like LLM predict the most likely word to follow the user input. Once the input is ready, how do you ensure the outputs generated by the GPT model make sense to the user queries? Once the prediction is ready, GPT ensures that the generated output is meaningful. For these, techniques like beam search, sampling techniques like top B, top K are used. For easy understanding, word beam in the beam search means the sequence generated by the model. The word search means choosing top n candidates with highest probabilities for the next token. Top K sampling technique. The K is fixed list of items. Let's say K is 25. Then choose from those 25 fixed list of items. For example, apple is and then there is a blank. To fill this blank, sampling technique, top K may show the results fruit, red in color, green in color, software company, and some more words. The word red in color or fruit is picked and they listed on the top of the list to complete the sentence. So the complete sentence is apple is a fruit which is red in color. Unlike top K sampling, top P sampling does not have fixed set. Top P is nuclear set. That means it selects on cumulative probabilities, that is, the probability of the words should cross a threshold. For example, an apple a day, keep, and then there is a blank. To fill this blank sampling technique, top P may choose the results like doctor, engineer, nurse, diabetes, thyroid, and some more word suggestions. The word doctor is picked to complete the sentence. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Finally, employ guardrails and safeguards for preventing harmful prompt injection, generating illegal content. Have source code to block benign content to prevent risk so that GPT and LLMs can operate more securely. And finally, the output is ready. A GPT model can be trained with small amount of data or large amount of data depending on the target application. As GPT models are trained on vast amount of data in general, they need more computational power. So to train the GPT models, cloud platforms like Microsoft Azure are used. Advanced hardwares like GPUs and TPUs are also used so that the user gets the real-time response for the queries from the chat. Now, moving on to the last slide, let's have a quick quiz. What is the neural network used in Chat GPT? Please subscribe to the channel and comment your answer. Next question. What does GPT stand for? Is it Generative Processing Transcoder or Generative Pre-trained Transformer? Then the last question. What is RLHF? I hope you have answered these questions in the comment. Then now let us quickly look into the answers. Which neural network is used in ChatGPT? Yes, you are right, it's the transformer model, feed-forward neural network. What does GPT stands for? Answer B, Generative Pre-trained Transformer. RLHF stands for Reinforcement Learning with Human Feedback. This brings us to the end of this video. I hope you liked this video. Please subscribe to the channel and let me know your comments. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Until then, happy learning.